Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica, aka Flotaro from Finding Flotaro, and today I am switching it up. I'm going to show you how I like to create a sleek back high ponytail using minimal products, just using your natural hair grease and one secret product that I really love. So if you're interested in watching me create this look, then keep on watching. So I find that this hairstyle works best with hair that hasn't been washed in a few days or so. I only wash my hair around 1 or 2 times a week. It's not that oily and my hair is pretty thick, so you can't really tell how greasy it is. And when it does get greasy, I just put it up in a messy bun. But for this sleek back look, I find that to keep it slick, just use your natural oils in your hair. That kind of sounds gross, but just work with what's going on with your hair and the greasiness. Embrace the grease. Let's do that. Embrace the grease. That's how I control my baby hairs, with a little help from a little trick that I found too. So I'm just going to brush my hair again. I have my mirror down here so I can see myself. So if you're wondering why I keep looking down, it's my mirror. So my hair is pretty long. It grows pretty fast, thank goodness. But kind of downside is that I'm hairy everywhere, so I'll take that. So my hair is pretty long and pretty thick. So when I'm working with ponytails, I find that I have to use more than one hair tie, and I can't use the thin ones. I have to use those really thick ones. And then I also found one that's, I think it's from Goody, is that the brand? But it's like a medium size hair tie, and it's a thicker fabric, but it rolls, so it's not like there isn't an elastic band in there. It's just a stretchy piece of fabric. And I find that these work really well with my hair. So if you have thick hair, long hair that gets weighed down by ponytail or hair ties, or the hair ties don't necessarily keep the hair tight, I would try these out. So now that my hair is all brushed, what I'm going to do is I first put it into a half ponytail. I do this because since I have so much hair, it's easier for me to work in sections. So if I have just this top part, it's easier for me to hold it and then also like smooth it out. If I were to try to do this with my whole head of hair, it would just fall out of my hands. It would be a stressful mess and I would get angry and give up. And so what I like to do is I like to take a natural bristle brush. You can take this one. I also have a big paddle brush, and then just loosely put it into the shape that you want. So I make sure to grab the hairs right by my sideburns, right to the ear, and then just comb that up. And you always want to maintain a tight grip on your hair so that it doesn't fall out. I hate when the hair comes out and sticks to the brush and it just tickles your face. So annoying. So yeah, the goal here is just to make sure that all the hairs are going in the way that you want them to. Sometimes, I don't know if you ever notice this, but if you put your hair up, you'll see like through the hair peeking, the hair underneath isn't combed straightly through. So since this is a sleek back look, you want to make sure that it's all going in the direction that you want to place your ponytail. And I'm going to have mine up high, and so I'm making sure to brush it to the location that I want. You can also use some water. I have a bowl of water here. You can spray some water into your hair. So I don't have any product in my hair. Like I said, I'm just using my natural oils, but you can also use product to achieve this as well. You can use a pomade. You can also use some texturizing spray if your hair is clean. The texturizing spray would give it some grit so that it can hold on to the style and not just slip out. If you don't have texturizing spray, dry shampoo also works. So I'm still just trying to smooth it out. That's what most of this hairstyle is trying to smooth it out. Usually I like my sideburns to show. I think it's like my own little mini face contour. But for this look, I want them all the way back. So I'm making sure to brush them in as well as far as I can, and then later we'll touch them up. Okay, when the sides are placed how you like them and they're smooth enough for your liking, we can now work on this middle section here. Hopefully you can see it with the contrast behind me. But I'm just gonna take some water because that's where most of my baby hairs lay. Make sure that it's a little wet. You don't want it sopping wet because then it's harder to work with, but you just want it just a little bit. And then depending on your style, sometimes I have this a little poofed up, but sometimes I also have it super sleeked back. I try to avoid making it really tight up top just because I feel that it just accentuates the curvature here and I kind of look like an alien. And so I want to have something up here to balance this out, you know. Does that make sense? I don't like to brush it tautly like I do the sides. And so I'm just going to lightly brush it just so that the hairs are smooth and all going in the same direction. And you still want to maintain a tight grip on your pony. And then you can just go back around your head and make sure that it's still smooth like you want it. So the part that takes the longest for me when I do this hairstyle is trying to make my head look evenly round on all spots. These little lumps sometimes just messing with my style. Okay, so I think that is the shape that I want. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my hair ties. I find it easy to, before you start doing your hair, have your hair tie already around your wrist. And so you can just put it there and then instantly grab it. So with half ponytails, I find that when I wrap the hair tie around it, the bottom section of hair likes to get caught in it. So I just push it off to the side so that it's less likely to get wrapped up in the hair tie. So I have my hair here up in a half pony. It is still in the shape that I like. I still have my baby hairs here, but once we're finished putting it all up, and then I will go back in and smooth them out. One benefit of also doing your ponytails in two sections is that I find it decreases the chances of having your ponytail look boxy and square-like. It usually happens when I have layers or if you have shorter hair. Putting it up in a high pony tends to make the hair fall all at one length versus this layered effect, how you normally want your hair to fall in a ponytail. And so it creates this sort of thick mass. Hopefully you guys have experienced this and I'm not just crazy, but I hate when my ponytail looks like that. Like, I have thick hair, and so when it gets to that point where it just looks like one box behind my head and there's no dimension to it, it doesn't look sleek, it's just like, and then it stops usually like right here, when in reality my hair goes down almost sometimes to my belly button, and I hate that. And so I find that when you do the half ponytail first, you keep the top section how it's supposed to be, and then you can add the bottom section, and then it just still creates a long skinny ponytail. You'll see after this, but I don't really have layers right now. My hair is mostly all the same length, but if you have layers, this really helps. I understand the trouble when putting layered hair into a ponytail, so this really works, so try it out. Okay, so now that it's up, we are going to connect the bottom to the top. Don't worry, this is not going to be like one of those pony hairstyles where you have that one pony here and then you have that one right here trying to mock a longer hairstyle. They're going to be connected, so don't worry. So what you're going to do is just grab the hair underneath. Make sure you grab all of it. I always forget one section of my hair, and it's like the part at the way bottom at the nape of my neck, and so then I'll just have like long strands of hair just chilling, and it's so annoying. So I'm just going to take my brush and brush that out so that it's also smooth. Sleek ponytails are definitely an arm workout. So you just want to brush it out so there aren't any bumps. I want to make sure that there's enough contrast so that you can see my hair. Okay, I don't know if that helped or not, but we are going to keep moving on. So in order for the bottom half to blend seamlessly in with the top pony, what I like to do is I like to take my brush and sort of brush it so that it overlaps the hair of the half pony. So part of it's going to be on top of that separating line. It does get kind of stressful sometimes just working with your hair this way, especially if you have heavy hair or long hair. It's just, you have to be in the mood and you have to be willing to not get mad and be patient with your hair. If you're standing up, just flip your head over. That would probably be easier. I do that, but I have a table in front of me. Okay. Once you think you have it all smoothed out to your liking, just take your hair tie and connect it to the half pony. So all of the bottom section of your hair will be at the underside of the ponytail while you'll still have your half ponytail here. I don't know if you can tell, I'm looking at my iPad right now, but you have the bottom section of hair that's right here. And then you have your top half pony that's in its own little area. And then you have this nice, smooth, laid ponytail. If you had layers, you have your top layers just chilling right here, and then the long section would be here. Okay, so I sort of situated myself a little differently just so that I was against the white backdrop. I didn't think that you could see the details in the hairstyle with the door behind me, and so I just kind of shifted us around. So once you have it connected, just make sure to brush the pony part out, making sure to still grab here so that it doesn't pull out the hair or loosen it up. Okay, so as you can see, my baby hairs are still popping out. They're out everywhere. This sideburn decided to come out. These ones did too. So now we're gonna go in with this trick that I love. It really helps and it works better for me than hairspray, than pomade. Whenever I do a slick back ponytail, I need this. And that is my NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. This is just in the shade Clear. I haven't tried it out though with colored gel, so you can try it out and let me know in the comments below. This eyebrow gel is like cement. I've tried it on my eyebrows and it will not budge. I will slick back my baby hairs with this and those baby hairs are not moving. They're staying in place. They are locked down. So what I like to do is I like to just make sure it's loaded up and then I just brush it through my baby hairs right here at the front. So I like to work in little sections at a time. So I start off in the area that has like the most baby hairs. And then I'll just go in with my finger after each little swipe and smooth it down. So I'm just gonna do that all around my head. I think what also helps in addition to the formula of this brow gel is that you are using a little spoolie with it, and so it is combing it back as well and holding it in place. Whereas if you were gonna use hairspray or pomade, you'd have to use your hand or try to pick up another tool and try to do it simultaneously, which is really tiring and can be really stressful. So I don't use this for my eyebrows. This is a designated hair eyebrow gel. And do you see how nicely it just picked up that sideburn and just swooped it away? Sideburns? No sideburns. So I'm just gonna continue all around. And if they're long flyaways, make sure that you comb it all the way back. Okay, so once you've done that and you've tamed all your flyaways, you can go back and inspect the shape and make sure that it's the shape that you want. In this part, you can use bobby pins to correct the style. So For me, there's like a little lump over here, so I just take a bobby pin and pin that close to the hair tie. A trick I like to do also is just take a comb and then brush that section back and then pin it. Okay, and so then I'm just going to clean up the back here. I don't find a point in using brow gel back there just because my hair swishes so much that it'll just rub it off anyway. So I just like to take bobby pins and comb it up and then just pin it. Since they are shorter hairs, I like to pin them closer to the nape of the neck versus closer to the hair tie. And when you insert your bobby pins, make sure when you insert them, you put it so the wavy side is down. I feel it secures the bobby pin more in place and it won't slide out. Okay, final step is to wrap the ponytail with some hair. So you want to grab a section of hair that's on the underside. I don't take a long section of hair just because you're going to wrap it multiple times. And you're just going to wrap it around. And make sure that when it's overlapping, you get into all the different sections of the ponytail or the hair tie holder, because you want to make sure that it's not showing. And once you get where there is no more hair left, I only have this much hair, you're going to put it underneath the ponytail and take a bobby pin and then just pin it under. The most important part about doing this is make sure that you have a very tight bobby pin and to make sure it's really secure in there. You don't want this to unravel. And then just flip your hair back over. Make sure that the flyaways didn't come back. So once you have that all smoothed out and looking how you like it, that's it. Just need to put on some finishing touches and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I've added some hoops. Hoops are my go-to: baby hoops, big hoops, thick hoops, gold hoops. I have them all. They are like my favorite type of accessory. I feel they elevate any outfit. You can be in sweatpants and put on a pair of hoops. You're trendy. You have just an all sleek black outfit, throw on some hoops. It looks amazing. Invest in hoops. So yeah, here is my sleek backed high ponytail. I definitely recommend using eyebrow gel to help tame those little baby hair flyaways. I especially recommend the NYX brand, the Control Freak Eyebrow Gel in Clear. This consistency has held up throughout a summer concert. It's held up through a performance that I've done. It is just so long wearing and it will not budge. It's like concrete for your hair. At this stage, you can also just spray it with some hairspray if you want. I don't feel the need to, maybe because my hair is greasy at the top, but I really think that this eyebrow gel does an amazing job at holding it all in place. So I totally recommend that you go out and use this for your hair. Remember, have a designated hair one. Don't cross-contaminate and use it on your eyebrows. But that is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little switch up with me. So make sure to like and also subscribe. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.